हेलो 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 नाक का देंगे
इनका वीडियो देखो अभी जो आएगा उनका देखो फोटो प्लस वीडियो
ladies and gentlemen, हंगामा खड़ा करना ये मकसद नहीं मेरा, हंगामा खड़ा करना ये मकसद नहीं मेरा, सारी कोशिश है कि एक तस्वीर बदलनी चाहिए। मेरे सीने में ना सही तेरे सीने में सही, मेरे सीने में ना सही तेरे सीने में सही, एक आग है जो जलनी चाहिए। Ladies and gentlemen, this is Arif Rizwan Abdullah Sheikh, Unity Falcon, a proud Unitarian and the host of the third edition of Unity Talks. I welcome you all to this wonderful platform called Unity Talks. Unity Talks is a platform for Unitarians, motivational speakers, professional life coaches, educational experts, where the mission is to raise the aspiration of young talent, inspire them, guide them, and lead them to a better, secure, and safe tomorrow. It's a showcase of speakers presenting great, well-formed ideas covering wide range of subjects. A set of short talks where the talks will be motivational, inspiring, and idea focused. Unity platform is not an industrial or marketing conference. Neither it is limited to any one topic or field, nor the platform is used to sell something. It is also not promoted or supported by any political or religious group. Unity platform is promoting the entire setup. Unity Talks is planned, coordinated by Unity Falcons under the banner of Unity Group Institutions, which is managed by Tariq Education Society.
Right.
We believe in the power of inspiration and strongly feel that the education and exposure is what keeps one growing in life, both personally and economically. Without wasting much of the time, I would like to introduce to you our first guest speaker, who is a proud Unitarian, who recently received, I should say, awarded the doctorate from Karnataka University, Dharwad, on a thesis, The Socio-Political Dimensions of Writings of Dr. A.M. Rajashekharya. This lady has presented 10 papers covering wide range of subjects at 2 international conferences and 8 national conferences. Proud Unitarian, the daughter of Unity, and my schoolmate, Dr. Tajul Nisa. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Tajul Nisa Sayyid Mahmood.
Respected all the dignitaries of the dais, my teachers, students, and the guest invitees. I take this privilege to speak a few words, and I'm so thankful to Unity High School for providing me an opportunity to speak, to share my life experience. So to begin with, I will openly say I am not an outstanding student of this school. I am an average student. I will begin with that. I have scored just 62% in my SSLC examination, but the motivation of my teachers was so much that today I have achieved the award of doctorate. This is not an achievement. Still, I want to continue it further. I have not limited my research till here. I have still gone ahead of that and I have applied for postdoctorate. Inshallah, if God provides me an opportunity, I will further continue the research work. I think this is the best. Okay. So, to begin with, my personal life, I stepped into this esteemed institution in the year 1995 and I stepped out in the year 1998. After that, I joined a pure college, that is Shivaji Composite Pre-University. And after that, I joined the Government Arts and Science College. But before I could complete my bachelor's, I was married. I was married to Mr. Faiz Ahmed Khan, who is a PWD contractor from Hooghly. And I thought this is the end of my life. But never intended there is further something going to happen in my life. I thought this is the end of my life. After my marriage, I gave my bachelor's exams. Then I had entered into a family life. I was blessed with a son immediately after 1 year, then a daughter after 2 more years. I thought that's it. I have entered into a family life now. But I was not knowing that future is waiting for me. After 11 years, I took up studies. I joined B.Ed, thinking that I will join some school and render some sort of services to the society. And when I joined the school, I felt, why not I do it? I complete my bachelor's in education. I completed my bachelor's in education, and that was the milestone of my life, because when I did my bachelor's, I just stood fifth to my college. And in my college, top 5 students, their photos would be printed into the magazine. And accidentally, that magazine came to my home. And my father-in-law saw my photo printed into the magazine. He just came to me and asked, "You want to study further?" I said, "Yes, Daddy, I want to study." "What do you want to study?" I said, "Daddy, I want to do M.Ed. I want to pursue my master's in education. I want to study in university because I had a dream I should step on the footsteps of the university." My father-in-law said, "Okay, you go ahead." My husband took me. We went. I filled the entrance form. I wrote the entrance exam and I got 14 number. I got a free seat in the university for my education. I went for it. And when I did my post-graduation in education, I stood first to the university. And that was, I will tell you, that was something very much great for me, because of that achievement, my family supported me further. They said, "You want to go ahead?" I said, "Yes, I want to pursue PhD." They said, "Yes, you go ahead." I went. I wrote the entrance twice. I could qualify the entrance, but my intention was not to pursue my PhD in education. I had done already master's in history as external student, because I have to go for 2 years university and my kids were small. I could not afford that. So I had already done master's external sitting at home, and I had scored just 55.9% in my master's. My father-in-law said, "Will you be able to pursue your PhD on history, which you have done as a correspondence course?" I said, "I have qualified the eligibility criteria. I will try for that." Twice I could clear my entrance exam, but because of my low percentage in my postgraduate, I would be dropped out from the list of interview candidates. Third time when I gave, there was only 1 seat available for PhD. My husband said, "Try it once again." He is a backbone behind me to say, whatever I am today, it is because of my husband. So he said, "Try it." I said, I went. I wrote the entrance. There were 12 candidates, 11 disqualified, I qualified the entrance. And I said, "I have won it, I got my PhD seat." Before I could get the seat, I sat in the university, because some of the faculties were known to me. Twice I was going there for writing the entrance, and in the interview, I would not be qualified there for the interview. The sir said, "Ma'am, this time you have done it." I said, "Yes, sir, I got the seat." And finally, I got the seat for PhD. When I went there, I got the best guide to say, I'm thankful to God that I have got the best teachers. My guide, he told me, "Ma'am, you are a correspondence student. So, when you go for interview practical world, you will be eliminated because you are a correspondence student. If you want to build up a profile, you need to clear the most difficult exam, that is UGC NET exam. University National Eligibility Test for Assistant Professor." I said, "Sir, when I come up here, you just guide me, I will go for that." He said, "Yeah, whatever support you need, I will give you." And my guide started supporting me. He started telling me how to study for that exam. And I will tell you, in 2018, in one attempt, I cleared the state eligibility test as well as the national eligibility test. After that, I said to my guide, what further to do, sir? He said, you have scored second class in your post-graduation. You need to improve it. I said, fine, sir, you tell me what to be done. Go for improvement. I went for improvement. I made it 60%. Then I said, now tell me, sir, what should I do? You need to build up your profile still further. What shall I do, sir? You go on publishing the papers. You go on writing articles. You go for research work. Fine. Apart from my thesis, he made me to work on multi-dimensional aspects. I have published paper on Sufism of Karwar district. I have taken Shah Karamuddin Auliya particularly in one of my paper, and in the other paper I have done a research work on entire Sufism of Karwar city. And then apart from that, many other fields I have. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's ideologies are the principal concept for me, for my discussion every time. And further, after publishing 10 papers, then I asked myself, what shall I do now, sir? He said, you are warm welcome, start your PhD research work. I went for it, and it was recently on 11th of November, I was being awarded doctorate for it. This is my journey, which I have briefly narrated, but I haven't told you who are the people responsible behind my building up of this character. First and foremost, I want to attribute this to my primary and high school teachers who have built my character. I want to attribute this to my primary and high school teachers. I don't want to be more formal, I want to speak out directly in general now. And I want to speak out in Hindi so that it is audible and understandable to everybody. I want everybody to know. मेरे प्राइमरी और हाई स्कूल के जो टीचर्स हैं, ये मेरे आज जो मैं आपके सामने दिख रही हूँ, इसके पीछे कॉज वही है, क्योंकि एक बच्चे का डेवलपमेंट जो है वो प्राइमरी और हाई स्कूल में होता है, कॉलेज में नहीं होता। कॉलेज तो मैंने पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन घर बैठ के किया है, कॉलेज में डेवलपमेंट नहीं होता, डेवलपमेंट होता है प्राइमरी और हाई स्कूल में। एंड आई रिक्वेस्ट द टीचर्स, मेरे टीचर्स ने तो मेरे लिए बहुत काम किया है। मैं तो एवरेज स्टूडेंट थी, मैं डायरेक्टली बोल रही हूँ। मेरी मैम बैठी है यहाँ पर, यशोदा मैम। आई हैव वन ऑफ माय टीचर हूँ आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर। मैं जब भी वो चैप्टर पढ़ाती हूँ तो मैं उनका नाम लेती हूँ। शोभा मैम वहाँ बैठी है, मुझे हमेशा याद रहता है उनका। वो मुझे मेसोपोटामियन सिविलाइजेशन पढ़ाई थी 8th स्टैंडर्ड में। जब मैं डिग्री में पढ़ाती हूँ तो मैं बोलती हूँ हम्मुरबी कोड मुझे 8th स्टैंडर्ड में मेरी टीचर ने पढ़ाया था, मुझे आज भी वो कोड याद है। ये क्यों? क्योंकि बच्चे जो है डेवलपमेंट प्राइमरी और हाई स्कूल में होता है। यहाँ प्राइमरी और हाई स्कूल में बच्चे को ऐसा डेवलप करना चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम है अब हमारे यहाँ तक का अच्छा है, फिर भी अगर आप सिटीज में जाएंगे तो एवरीबडी इज ओरिएंटेड टुवर्ड्स बिजनेस माइंडेड और कमर्शियलाइजिंग द एजुकेशन। सब लोग एजुकेशन को एक कमर्शियल पर्पस पर ले जा चुके हैं। देयर वी लैक मॉरल एजुकेशन, जिसकी वजह से कल मैंने न्यूज में देखा कि 3 बच्चे जो राजस्थान कोटा में IIT कोचिंग के लिए गए थे सुसाइड कर लिए, बिकॉज हम बच्चों को फेलियर कैसे फेस करना नहीं पढ़ा रहे हैं स्कूल में। बस मार्क्स लेना और एक एजुकेटेड मशीन तैयार कर रहे हैं, एजुकेटेड ह्यूमन बीइंग नहीं तैयार हो रहे हैं आज के जमाने के बच्चे। लेकिन हम लोग खुश हैं कि हमको ह्यूमन बीइंग बनाए हमारे टीचर्स। वी आर वेरी मच थैंकफुल टू देम। लेकिन आज बच्चे इसके लिए तो मैं बोल रही हूँ, मैंने शादी के बाद इतना सारा अचीवमेंट क्यों किया? क्योंकि हमारे टीचर्स ने हमको बाहर की दुनिया फेस करना सिखाए थे। आज के बच्चे बाहर की दुनिया फेस करने के लिए उतने एबल नहीं है, छोटी छोटी बातों पे सुसाइड कर लेते हैं। That thing should be taught, the training should be given at the grassroots level. स्कूल में बच्चों को ट्रेनिंग देनी चाहिए। टीचर्स स्कूल में ही उनको बताना है कि आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड क्या है। And another thing which I want to stress is that कि बच्चे जो हैं, like to tell you, आज बच्चे गांधीयन फिलॉसफी वगैरह को कभी फॉलो करना चाहते ही नहीं है। I have seen they are only focused towards the end. मीन्स चाहे कुछ भी हो, मीन्स की किसी को परवाह ही नहीं है, बस एंड होना चाहिए। मुझे एक पीएसआई बनना है, पैसे खिलाओ क्या भी करो, पीएसआई बनना है, that has become the motive today. That should not be there. Why is that? Because the students are lacking moral education. We need to teach them some of the philosophies in the school. गांधी की philosophy है, वो means को ज्यादा importance देते हैं, end को नहीं. He says means are very important. Means should be right. They should be followed on the right path. Then the end will be right. ये सब चीजें we need to teach them. Today I have seen, when I was small, I never heard about any old age home. मैंने कभी सुना ही नहीं था कि कहीं old age home है. लेकिन आज हर जगह old age home नजर आता है. Why is that? क्योंकि बच्चों में moral education की कमी होने की वजह से बच्चे जो हैं, like today they are very much focused. सिर्फ they want to earn. That's their motive. Life means earning. And they have lost all the moral qualities, which is not the culture of our Indians. We Indians were what it is, we are known for living together. लेकिन आज जो है, we are restricted to nuclear families. Nobody prefers to be into a joint family, but I will say joint family is always supportive family. I achieved all these things with the blessings and with the support of my in-laws. I achieved all these things because of their support. No doubt my parents, they are always with me. They have always been my well-wishers. But at the end, the support was provided to me by my in-laws. मेरे in-laws ने support provided here. Even today, my father-in-law gave me a call and he said, don't be formal, speak what comes to your heart. I said, yes daddy, I'm going to speak what comes to my heart and what comes to my mind, and I'm that. Because I have spoken in many of the conferences, बहुत फॉर्मल बात किया. आज मेरी स्कूल में मेरे टीचर्स के सामने मुझे बात करने का मौका मिला है, तो फॉर्मेलिटी क्यों रखूं मैं? I will speak what comes to my mind and what comes to my heart. So, what is my intention is, जब हम स्कूल में रहते हैं 10th स्टैंडर्ड में, तो बच्चे क्या सोचते हैं 10th होने के बाद क्या करेंगे? आर्ट्स नहीं, ज्यादा तो बच्चे बोलते हैं साइंस करेंगे. क्यों साइंस करेंगे? आज सोसाइटी क्या हुआ है, क्या पढ़ रहा है? साइंस पढ़ रहा है, ग्रेट. आर्ट्स जा रहा है, बच्चा घटा है, बच्चा उतना चालाक नहीं है. बट आई विल से आर्ट्स की स्ट्रीम से अगर आप एक आर्ट्स चूज करेंगे, आपके लिए आगे इतने सारे स्ट्रीम्स ओपन अप हो जाएंगे. आज टीना तापी जो फर्स्ट रैंक सिविल सर्विस में एग्जाम्स में परस्यू की थी, वो क्या साइंस की स्टूडेंट थी? She was an art student and her optional subject was political science. आज आप देखिए बहुत सारे सिविल सर्विसेज में जो ऑलरेडी एग्जाम क्रैक करके सर्विस जो रेंडर कर रहे हैं, they are majority of them are from arts background. और ये नॉलेज बच्चे को 10th में मिलनी चाहिए. जब वो स्ट्रीम चूज करता है, उससे पहले उस बच्चे को ये नॉलेज मिलनी चाहिए. ये टीचर्स को स्कूल में देना है. हमको ये नॉलेज स्कूल में नहीं मिली थी, मैं डायरेक्टली बोलूंगी. हमको ये पता नहीं था कि आर्ट्स करने से आगे सिविल सर्विसेज में भी जा सकते हैं. बस हमको इतना पता था कि टीचर बनना है. और मुझे तो मैथ्स और साइंस मेरे कप ऑफ टी थे ही नहीं. कभी मैं डायरेक्टली बोलूंगी, मेरे कप ऑफ टी थे ही नहीं मैथ्स और साइंस. करीम सर मुझे बोलते थे थोड़ा वर्क करो. हाँ सर. मैं सोचती थी करीम सर के पास ट्यूशन जाऊंगी तो आ जाएगा मैथ्स. नहीं आया. मैथ्स मेरा 10th में स्कोर बहुत कम हुआ. आई डोंट माइंड इट. कम हुआ, इट्स ओके. बट आई विल टेल यू, एक ऐसी एग्जाम आई बीच में जब मैं ये आर्ट्स फील्ड को छोड़कर मुझे लगा कि कुछ साइंस का ट्राई कर लेते हैं. तो मैंने सोचा कि एक्सटर्नल एमसी लेंगे, तो थोड़ा सोसाइटी में, आज सोसाइटी के हिसाब से जीने का टाइम आ गया है हमारा. तो आई वेंट फॉर एमसीए. फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में एक मैथ्स पेपर था जिसमें पीयू सेकेंड ईयर साइंस ग्रेड का मैथ्स पूछा जाता है. तो मैंने मेरे हस्बैंड को बोला ये तो मेरे दिमाग में जाने वाला नहीं, क्या करूं? he said क्या करना है? ऐसे शायद हो सकता है अगर करीम सर कुछ हेल्प करे. तो मैं करीम सर के पास गई. सर आर्ट्स लिया है, कुछ नहीं हुआ, इसके लिए एमसीए करना चाह रहे हो. आर्ट्स छोड़कर एमसीए को आए. हाँ सर. क्या करेंगे? करना है सर, आप हेल्प करेंगे? हाँ बोलो क्या करना है? ये पेपर देखिए सर, मुझे ये पढ़ाना है आपको. बोले आप आ सकते हैं? मैंने बोला हाँ आ सकती हूँ. बच्चा छोटा है, बोल रहे हाँ उसको मम्मी संभालेगी, मैं आ जाऊंगी। He said come। मैं गई सर के पास, बेशरम होके जाके बैठ जाती थी वहां पर, सब छोटे बच्चे रहते थे, मैं बुर्का पहन की बड़ी औरत जाके बैठती थी सर के पास पढ़ने के लिए। मैं आज भी बोलती हूँ मैं पूरी लाइफ स्टडीज के लिए निकालने वाली हूँ। I openly say I will till the end of my life I want to live my life as a student। I want to live my life as a student। मैं करीम सर के पास गई, सर पढ़ाना स्टार्ट किए, 1-2 महीना पढ़ाए वो मुझे। तीसरे महीने में एग्जाम था, फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में क्लियर हो गया पेपर। करीम सर बोले क्लियर किया? मैंने बोला हाँ सर, ये देखो मार्क्स क्लियर हो गया पेपर। सर बोले तो पहले साइंस लेना था। मैं बोली सर आप ही तो बोले थे साइंस मत लो, तुम्हारे हाथ से होने वाला नहीं है। तो सर बोले ओके इट्स ओके, अभी कर लो। Then that is different part of the story। When daughter was born to me, I started finding it difficult to clear those papers। Then once again मैं आर्ट्स को चली गई। That is different part। But I will tell you, meanwhile मैंने बहुत सारी चीजें ट्राई किए हैं। बीच में सिविल सर्विसेज का लगा कि क्यों ना सिविल सर्विसेज का एक दे दो करके। 2017 में I just went, I sat for a conference, तो वहाँ पर सिविल सर्विसेज के बारे में बोल रहे थे, तो मैंने बोला आर्ट्स से कर सकते हैं तो चलो देखेंगे। I gave my first attempt in the year 2017 for KS and I lost it by 0.5 marks, but that did not disappointed me। 0.5 से मेरा KS एग्जाम चला गया, पर मैं हारी नहीं, क्योंकि FAIL फेल मतलब फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट इन लर्निंग है, तो मैं डरूं क्यों? FAIL फेल मतलब इट इज नॉट अ फेलियर, इट इज योर फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट इन लर्निंग। तो मैं सीख रही हूँ, मैं नहीं की, मेरे बच्चे करेंगे। मेरे बच्चे ने किए तो मैं किसी और को गाइड करूंगी, वो लोग कर लेंगे, पर कोई ना कोई तो करेगा। somebody is there who will take advantage of my learning। तो I lost it, I got a seat in PhD, मैं चली गई उधर and then it is done। वो तो हो गया, let me see later। But what I insist is that अगर स्कूल में 10th स्टैंडर्ड में अगर बच्चों को बताया जाएगा कि अगर आप ये आर्ट्स स्ट्रीम लेंगे या फिर कॉमर्स स्ट्रीम लेंगे या साइंस स्ट्रीम लेंगे, तुमको ब्रांचेस कौन से खुल जाएंगे तुम्हारे लिए, तो बच्चे वहीं से प्री प्लान होकर आगे निकलेंगे। ऐसे नहीं होगा मेरे जैसा ट्रायल एंड एरर मेथड नहीं करेंगे इस्तेमाल। और मेरे इन-लॉज तो बहुत अच्छे हैं, मुझे यहाँ तक सपोर्ट किए। मुझे नहीं लगता कि सब बच्चों की तकदीर ऐसी होगी, बट वी हैव टू वर्क फॉर इट। हर बच्ची को ऐसा मौका देना चाहिए इन-लॉज के घर में कि वो आगे अपने आप को एक्सप्लोर कर पाए, और ऐसा होना है तो इट शुड बिगिन फ्रॉम माय हाउस इटसेल्फ। जब मैं मेरे बहू को अपनी बेटी समझूंगी, तब जाकर कोई मेरी बेटी को अपनी बहू समझेगा। अगर मैं सोचूंगी मेरी बहू को वहां तकलीफ दे रही है, मैं क्यों इसको अच्छा रखूं, देन नथिंग विल, ये सोसाइटी कभी चेंज नहीं होगी। So that thing should happen, and my humble request is start giving education to the students in the high school itself regarding how to face the current world, because current world is competitive world। No doubt you have to make your child ready for the competition, but on the other hand you have to boost the child along with the moral characters so that the child will face bravely the outside world। And what to speak more, there are many who are staring at me with these few words। I would like to conclude, and I thank the platform for giving me an opportunity to speak today। Thank you one and all।
Thank you, Dr. Tajudnisa। Trust me, I feel proud to address her as Dr. Tajudnisa। Ladies and gentlemen, this platform, I think we all should appreciate the support she's getting from the family, especially her in-laws. So a huge round of applause for her in-laws। Our next speaker belongs to the family of Anam Brain। This parivar believes in one line. They say, love is the solution to everything। They believe that there is no need for offices. They don't have any office. They don't ask for any registration. They don't seek any donations. And they truly believe that their offices lie in their hearts। Ladies and gentlemen, presenting before you Mr. CM Samant, retired RBI officer from Goa and Anam Brain।
Good morning, everybody. At the outset, I must express my sincere thanks to the management of Unity School and its chairman, Sri Itibasa, for inviting me on this occasion to speak on unarmed rape. I may say a few words about Itibasa Sahab. He has been associated with unarmed rape for quite a long time now. He is participating in our activities, actively participating, especially those related to religious ceremony. And Anampare also invites him on many occasions as a chief guest or guest of honor. A finest gentleman we have come across, elegant, soft-spoken, and caring, kind, and always involved in social issues. It has been a truly rewarding friendship with him of Anampre, and starting off school, music school, in Unity School is another step for strengthening this bond of love. Now I turn to Anampre. What is Anampre? As Mr. Rafiq has said, we have no office, we are not a registered NGO. Our, we are the like-minded people working voluntarily for the cause of spreading the message of love. Anam Prem means literally means Anam means which doesn't have any name, love anonymous. But in reality, it means unconditional love, love which doesn't demand anything in return. As Tariq said, we believe that for every problem, the strife and the conflict that we see in the society today, love is the only answer to that. And with this motto, with this belief, Anampare has been working for the last 25 years. Our motto is sprinkle love. Because, as I said, love has no boundaries. And therefore, Anampare activities also have no limitations of any religion, or political affiliation. But we respect all the religions. All our activities are carried out for furthering the cause of love, and all our activities are structured on the principles of Article 51A of our Constitution, which says about the fundamental duties of our citizens. And that is more important than our fundamental rights, we believe. Now, sprinkle love on whom? There are various categories of the people for whom Anampare tries to sprinkle love on them. One such category is those who are weak, disabled, and downtrodden sections of the society. We, for example, for dumb and deaf, that is hearing impaired children, we organize a Mela, All India Mela, on some city of India. Around 400 children will attend this Mela along with Anam Previs. And these 3-4 days, these children will mingle together. Although they cannot speak, when they speak with their sign languages, we will take it for a sightseeing tour. They will have various activities and creating a happiness in their lives for at least 3-4 days in a year. Then, secondly, similar or we Mela is held for visually impaired people. On Akshaya Tritiya day in Mumbai, we organized this Mela. Intention again is the same. These children will come together, exchange their, they meet each other. Otherwise, they have no occasion to meet them. So, and have happiness for 3-4 days. Similar is the case for mentally challenged people and so physically handicapped people. And 1st of May is International Labour Day. We invite again downtrodden poor children or children from remote place, Adivasi children, to go up for 3-4 days pilgrimage. Intention is these children who have never gone beyond the limits of their village should see their country. Goa is a part of their country. We show them Goa, give them different activities, show them different museums, and this is an educational for enjoyment too. So that way we try to sprinkle love on this kind of students. Second category is We appreciate the services, business services rendered by the sections, certain sections of the society. For example, railway are postal people are there, policemen are there. They was continuously 24 by 7. Because of them, our life is easy. So we have to appreciate their services someday or the other. So what we do? We appreciate their services means what we do? We go to them, we give them a flower and a sweet and a card of thanks saying that society appreciates the services you render to us. Who are these people? We go to them on certain fixed days. For example, during Diwali days, we go to the police station. On Dashara day, we go to railway day. On Guru Nanak Jayanti day, we go to fire brigade day. During Navaratri days, we go to the nurses. Why nurses? Because we say, you are the Navaratri is the celebration of Goddess Durga. So we said, you are the modern day goddesses. Because when the child is first born, it is in your hands. We were saying the face of our mother, this is your, and maybe this is the last time also you will be doing the service. So we say you are the goddesses. So we go to them. Again, same thing, offer them a flower, sweet, and say their thanks to you. Then we also go to the conductors and other persons like postal workers, etc. Intention is that you are part of the society. Although you are getting salaries, your duty is different. It is our duty to acknowledge your service. Then ours is a composite culture. It is our duty, it's fundamental duty to enrich their circle, to preserve their culture. So what we do is, we are a multi-religious, multicultural society. So we celebrate all the religions, but in our own unique way. What do we do? During Easter, we go to the sweepers or class 4 employees of the municipalities. The Guru Nanak Jayanti day, we go to Gurudwaras and clean their mobiles. We have some particular solution prepared by one Anam. It cleans the mobile. So we clean their mobiles. During Ganapati days, what is it? Ganapati is a major festival of India. So how we celebrate that? We call the injured soldiers or the relatives of the soldiers who were martyred during that day on the discharge of their duties. We call them, we honor them, and we express our gratitude to them during the Ganapati festival. And we also celebrate Eid. What do? We go to the mosque and wish our Muslim brethren, and again with the sweets and all that. We also, another thing is that those Hajis who return from doing the pilgrimage of the Hajj, we welcome them at the airports with the sweets, saying that you are doing a great job, I mean religious thing, so you are welcome. This way we try to create the sense of unity so that we are all together and there is no question of any religious divide between us. Another initiative which we have been taking or doing for the last 15 years is transgenders. Transgenders now, government has recognized them as third gender, and many state governments and central governments are giving them opportunity for employment and different incentives. But this activity we started 15 years back. On Mahavir Jayanti day, we still continues. We invite these transgenders for a get together to showcase, to enable them to showcase their entrepreneurial skills, and give them confidence to succeed in the society. They are part of our society. They are human beings. You can make a law saying that you are all equal, but acceptance by the society is altogether another thing. So their assimilation in the mainstream of the society is most important, and that is why we call them for a mela, and we even invite them to our homes for a tea or snacks or lunch. That intention is that society should accept them as their own. They are not different. Then we celebrate certain days which are declared by UNESCO, like Father's Day, Mother's Day, Museum Day, Postal Day, and Meteorological Day, These are the days declared. There are certain intentions. They are declared with the intention that they are certain basic human values, and we should uphold them. That also has certain things that they are meant to preserve our environment, then our enrich our culture, preserve our history. So all these days, during as I said, museum day, postal day, we carry out various activities, and again also go and meet the persons who are manning this institution, like museums. We go to museums now, like post, we go to postal staff, like meteorology department, we go to the meteorology department and express our gratitude for the services they render. Then another initiative which we have recently started is the expression of love for our soldiers at the borders. Because of this soldier standing 24 hours guard our border, we are safely here enjoying our daily life. So what we do as expression of love, on Diwali days, we send them boxes of sweet maize to the borders. Last year, we sent about 12,000 boxes from Kutch to Assam borders. Similarly, we also sent Rakis during Raksha Bandhan Day to army as well as naval people. So it is an expression. They also feel very glad. We received the telephone saying that we are feeling very glad that although their people could not send them sweet, you people have sent our seed. They are feeling, and that gives a sense of confidence to them, and they also feel very happy that yes, the society is behind them. Next initiative is about the music. Music is the soul of our life, that everyone knows. India has a great tradition of music, both vocal as well as instrumental. But over a period, some of our ancient instruments are declining in their popularity and they are on the verge of extinction. Rudravina is such one instrument, oldest string instrument of Indian music. It is supposed that it was invented and played by Rudra, that is Lord Shiva. It is so ancient. But with the advent of new instruments like sitar, sarod, etc., and also losing the royal patronage, Rudravina is almost on the verge of extinction. So what we decided with the guidance of our spiritual guru, that this why not revive this instrument? Why allow this to this rich tradition of India go into extinction? So we decided that we will revive this instrument. And how to revive it? There are hardly few artists playing this Rudravina in India today. So we started organizing concerts of Rudravina at various places, Mumbai, Ujjain, Goa, and other places. So that at least some people will come. There will some awareness will be there, especially some young people will come and maybe they like this instrument and they will try to revive this. Its popularity will increase and again it will have the recognition in the society. So that we are starting this Rudravina classes in this school unity. It's a unique thing. It's also a step in that direction. Some of our children are learning Rudravina and they are quite proficient in those instruments. Some other children are also learning sitar, tabla, then santur, and sarangi. Sarangi also is not very popular instrument. All these instruments are being learned by children on Ambre so that these glorious traditions of India is revived and these instruments are seen in public again. Another aspect relating to music Anambre which does is that we are conducting experiments with the mentally challenged children. We have been experimenting. One Mr. Ginde Guruji is a very senior artist of flute. He has been, except for this COVID period, earlier period, holding concerts for this exclusively for mentally challenged children to see whether the flute can give beneficial results to these children. All over India, he has conducted not less than 20 concerts like this, and he is still conducting now after this. Our results, we find that our feedback is that it's very positive. After listening to the flute from a noble soul like Pandit Guruji, these children have become calm and sober, and even some children have become slightly bitter after continuously listening to the flute. And this is a positive thing which we are observing from the music. And another thing, now we are trying to do the same thing. When the Rudravina music can improve the mental faculties, or at least give them some peace, this mentally challenged people. Another musician associated with Ramdale, Pandit Milendra, he is a violinist. He has been playing music free of cost to cancer patients. It gives them some solace and some peace of mind to these patients. And this is the another aspect of music which we are doing for the benefit. Music is for the benefit of the society. It is not only a mere instrument of entertainment. The same is true with Rudravina. It's not only a music of entertainment, it's a powerful spiritual instrument, and it can also develop peace among the countries. Gentlemen, this is in a nutshell. I have narrated what all activities we are doing. The question that will come to everybody's mind, from where do we get our funds from? We are not a registered NGO, so we don't get funds from anywhere. We have no financing. We don't get any funds from the cigarettes activity because we are not registered institute at all. So where do we get these funds come from? They come from our own pockets, from the contribution of the members. We don't accept any cash donations because we are not registered. We don't give them the accounts, so we have no moral right to accept the cash donation from anyone. So someone can help in a indirectly, like some person, like I just said, this where we go for this thing, government and somebody may offer a hall at concession, or somebody may sponsor some. That's different thing because he is directly bringing to them, not to us. So that way, our position of the funds. Ladies and gentlemen, I have narrated what we have been trying. These activities are going on for the last 25 years, and hopefully this will continue with the blessings of our spiritual guru and the support of all the people, irrespective of religion, caste, or religion. And now, visualize a society where people are not divided on the lines of religion, caste, creed, or religion. Everybody will have freedom. All will be knit together with the bond of love. Thank you all. Thank you.
ये हौसला कैसे झुके, ये आरज़ू कैसे रुके, ये हौसला कैसे झुके, ये आरज़ू कैसे रुके। मंजिल मुश्किल तो क्या, राह मुश्किल तो क्या, ये दिल तन्हा तो क्या हो। रुत ये टल जाएगी, मेहनत रंग लाएगी, सुबह फिर आएगी।
Ladies and gentlemen, this was Ustad Tariq Khan's up for you, our Rudravina teacher. Our next speaker is a mechanical engineer by profession with an international master's degree in project management from Manchester. With a wide experience of 22 years in oil and gas industry, a senior authority in project services at Royal Dutch Shell Bangalore. A true gentleman with a lot of passion to serve the community. He is currently heading Shiksha Mission, an initiative by Assam Massi Mission Bangalore to upgrade the skills in the community and support the students to make the right career choices. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting before you Mr. Tariq Sheikh from Bangalore.
Am I loud and clear? Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. My introduction, Mr. Arif Rizwan has already given, so I feel privileged and honored to be here today, talking in front of the great audiences that you are. I'm here to talk and share my views based on the little experience that I have, as well as learnings from my personal life. Thanks to our guest speakers who have spoken before me, I think they have already added meat to what I want to discuss further. So thanks for them. So let me start speaking about what education means in one's life. Most of us think education is an ability to read and write, isn't it? I think no. The truth is, education brings in discipline in our life. Being educated changes the behavioral aspects in one's life. It mostly deals with life skills and the situations and the emotions one will be having in life. So to have this skill, where we need to go? How do we get that? I think school is the right place, as our colleagues mentioned earlier, that what we get training in the primary and high school, that is what we are going to implement throughout our life. College is just a matter of going and being competitive and delivering what you have been asked to do so, and just finding the right professional path. But in school, proper care is being taken, and I think you will be brought up to that level where you can face the whole community, whole nation, whole world. So I think it starts from the school. Very often, parents and students both get confused with academics and just focus on book learning and try to position themselves to be on the top compared to their peers. To score the highest marks, I think that is important, but equally, it is just a part of education. What does education include? Education includes book learning, it includes arts, music, physical activities, stage performance, sports, etc. A combination of all these activities together makes the individual competent and all-rounder. Say for example, an individual who has scored highest, been a topper in the class, and at the end doesn't have that presentation skills, I think he will not be a successful leader. So just trying to be just top compared to your peers is not just enough. I think we need to put all our efforts, work hard to come up to that, and school is the right path and platform where we get that. I think this annual day celebration also, we think it is a celebration, but it is getting the children to go through that path. They become competent, they get to do the stage performances, they speak in front of the audiences, and they become competitive. So, in my view, school is the place where all these learnings and trainings get happen, and we get trained to deal with different situations and emotions in life. Hence, getting educated is most important competency, be it in your personal or professional life. I would like to add on a great thanks to our leaders, scholars, teachers, and whoever has contributed, because today it brings a wide opportunity in terms of learning and profession as well. It is not as narrow as it was earlier. You think about it and sky is the limit. An individual from common man's family can be a doctor, can be a researcher, can be a scientist, can be etc. etc. We can go on talking about it. There are so many professions and wide ranges of opportunities available. Also, in terms of the number of institutions, I think they are like numerous. Earlier, at least, I am not that far like 70s or 80s, at least in the era of 90s to 2000, there used to be limitation in terms of number of institutions. But now you could find lot of institutions, and that too very much specialized. You ask for it, whatever you want. So being an engineer, I could say forest core engineering was mechanical, civil and electrical. Now you ask for it, computer science, robotics, artificial intelligence, whatever, we can go on talking. Yeah? So to get there, what is important? I think getting professional opportunity is good, but what is important is setting up your goal much early in your life. If you don't set your goal early in your life and just keep on studying, it's like driving your car without knowing the destination. You keep on driving, finally you will reach somewhere that everybody knows, but you know, it's a bit difficult and you go crossways a lot of times. Yeah? So discussing your career goals earlier with your teachers in the school itself, your mentors, your parents, or whoever else in your family if you see and inspired by, I think please talk to them. Setting up your goals right early helps you to lead to your career path in the straight way, and I think you will be passionate of doing things in a better way. For parents, I would ask, discuss and motivate this with your children. Bring some interest in them by talking on career topics. When you discuss some good topics about your neighbors or somebody else in the space, you know, I think somewhere they might get inspired and they might start thinking about it. And that is how they could set up their career goals. Yeah. So now I want to touch a few points on parenting. In today's world, we are becoming so included parents. We just try to get involved in each and every space of our children. Sometimes unintentionally we steal the exposure and try to make our child more dependent. Most of the times we also start comparing our child with their friends, their colleagues, neighbors, siblings, etc. So I think don't do it. Comparison is like an act of violence on the students. They get pressurized by it. We need to understand each and every child is unique. to see what are the strengths in them, discuss with them, and try to find if there are gaps. I think there might be a few of gaps in someone, but not essentially in all. And it's easy to fill the gaps by positive communication and collaboration. At home, we need to set ourselves as examples to our children. It helps child's development. Trust me, a child's behavior is mostly influenced by our actions and acts at home. So atmosphere at home is most influential for child's development. Parents and everyone, please think about it. Yeah, because I think one of the topic which our colleague touched was the suicides. I personally evidenced one of the suicide of my close relative who was in standard 9 just before a couple of months. What was in there? I think nobody knows it better than God. But I feel a sort of pressure. So parents, please think about it. Yeah. Next, I want to highlight and discuss the efforts of our teachers in developing students and bringing the competencies in them. In my view, teacher's job is purely a social service. There are different professions that we can choose, but being a teacher is such a noble profession that they dedicate their time and life helping your child's growth, helping your child to become a responsible citizen. To share an example from my own personal experience, when my late mother-in-law, Yasminiga, retired from the school, I was with her during her last day. I could see the attachment of her towards the students, what she wanted to do for the students. I think she was unable to come out of the school. We were waiting there. She was like feeling that she is doing something precious out of her life. You know, that is the attachment and that is the dedication of our teachers. I think there are few more examples. I could just share the one that I had evidenced. Once again, thanks to our teachers and staff for your exemplary service and dedication. To conclude with this topic, I would like to emphasize on what students take back to the society once they are educated and successful. They carry the core values of honesty, integrity, and respect to the people. This influences a lot in well-being of community, upgrading of future talents at home as well as in the community. I think that is what we get from the school. Now, I will just try to talk a bit, 2 or 3 minutes on my personal experience, my journey, because I've said what one needs to do in terms of goals and everything, but I think I will give a short example of mine. For me, the passion to be an engineer started when I was in grade 5. People might think it is too early, but that is how it was with me. I got this passion seeing my relatives and my elder brother. They were engineers, and always I thought, I was so inspired that I wanted to be an engineer, but a civil engineer. So that was in the passion. I kept on discussing with everyone, and I think by the time it came for me to be in the engineering, it was a late change, and my mother decided me to be a mechanical engineer. Because she has been hearing so much from so many people, and she belonged to the unity school as well. I think she studied here in the late 60s or 70s, don't remember the date. 1962. 1962. Yeah. So she brought that change at the last moment, made me a mechanical engineer. I was so upset that I could, what I thought for last 7-8 years just changed in minutes. My mother took this decision. I was upset and I was just, couple of days like a school going kid, always, or a college going kid, always how you curse your parents, yeah. Then later, my brother, who is a civil engineer, inspired me a lot. He said mechanical engineering is so vast, right from a pen, nut, bolt, a train, a ship, a plane, whatever you call, everywhere mechanical engineering is involved. But civil has got its limitations, so he inspired me in that. Later, he guided me to the right path of being in oil and gas industry, which I always wanted to be. And I think with God's blessings and everyone's dua, I am there. So I achieved what I wanted to be. I think I achieved much more what I wanted to be. It is all like an add-on, from my goal. So why I'm saying this, personally setting your goal is important, then add-ons will keep on coming once you have that your goal. Yeah. Then next part is another success or another reason for my success is my better half, Lubna, who is also from the Unity School. So we kept on moving on the assignments and she made sure that I focus only on my work. I focus on my job, household stuff and all the things required for transit, transportation, shifting, everything she takes care. So I think thanks for all the coaching that she has got from this school, which helped me growing in my profession. Yeah. Then coming to the next point or next bit is my kids. I think it was an emotional. I was a bit sentimental with that. It was a time of emotion for me. When my daughter was being asked at her school, I think they were conducting some speeches and talks, and each kid was asked to speak about something on their role model. When it was asked to my daughter, she said that she wants to be like her father. And teacher said, why? She said that I'm getting the inspiration from my father. I think the work he does in terms of social service, charity, or whatever, I don't want to express much about myself. So that she likes and she wants to be. So that is why I'm giving this example. I told home is the place where you set all the atmosphere. So train your children in that. Finally, I would like to end my talk saying that please help your children to dream high, set high goals, be open to them with constructive discussions. Communication is essential ingredient of positive parenting. Teach discipline by explaining its importance instead of forcing it through punishment. Please. Thanks all for being patient and listening to me. Thanks once again.
Thank you, Mr. Tariq. Belongs to a team. This team believes in the power of ideas to change attitudes, lives, and ultimately the world. Founded in the year 2017 by local youth in the form of social media platform, empowering Karwarians by promoting tourism, advertising local businesses, and giving the local artists a platform to showcase their talent and skills, advocating a collective social impact, a change that will guide the future of the city. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting before you the team lead of Namma Karwar, Mr. Tariq.
Hello everyone. First thing, thanks to Tariq sir for having us here. So my name is Tariq and I'm a student. I'm pursuing bachelor's in commerce. And so we'll be having a short journey how and glimpse in how Namakar was started and reached me to this stage. So we'll be knowing how it was started what all we do, the events and the activities we did here, and our future plans and the challenges we face during this process. So it was me 15 years when I started this page, not so serious about it, but it was just being friends and having a social media, uh, having a Facebook page. I started creating an account, and Namakarwar was one page which I started. Uh, so it was summer vacations and emotional attachment towards Karwar. I started this page on 20th May 2017. So the reason behind starting was actually there was a Karwar which was never been highlighted before. People always used to be underrated. People always used to talk about Goa and all. So that was the reason I tried to bring Karwar slight highlight. And the second thing was getting news in local media was not so possible. We had to rely on the TV9 and all. But getting Karwar news was not so easy, and that too in English and all. So that was the reason behind starting this page. So when I said this to my friends that there is something called Namaka or going to class, some people came up like they got the idea. We friendly started doing lot of things, but there was also half side was who also used to tease with it. Of course, both side. Then in initial days, getting subscribers, getting followers so hard. Getting subscribers was also hard, so we had to put our DMs to everyone that liked my page. And that's how it started. We got first 50 followers, and initially we have 10,000 plus followers right now. So what all we do? So we curate news from multiple platforms. We get only Karwar news for now in our platform to make it easy for Karwar people to have a local idea of what's happening. We also organize events which give a platform for youth to showcase talents. The recent we did was a flash mob. We also create content the recent series we did was Karwar Rasoi, which was to promote local businesses, local hotels and all. So which went well. Everyone gave a good positive support. Then we do marketing advertising for local businesses uh, for a good promoting a local business. We also do a live streaming service, like live streaming if there is any events happening or any programs. Try to cover it online to make it reach to a lot of people. And the social activities we do from the income we generate, we try to spend on the social causes. We also felicitate police during the COVID times, the things they did for us. So the events and activities we did 2019. 2019 we did our first event that was Youth Fest. Literally having no idea how to organize event, but slowly we could do a successful event in Rangmandir. With that, we did a lot of events, like we did plus activities and events in last 3 years. So these were some talks. We brought influencers who could speak and give ideas. There were some entertainment programs. We also visited a lot of schools. We did a lot of competition that will upskill the students to explore their talent. Also outdoor activities, cyclotron, cycling rallies, lot of things. And also we have collaborated with various organizations for as a media partners, live stream partners, etc. We also did this song, which was a awareness for cleanliness, which also went well. So all this was possible by so many brands. Even Unity was one of who also helped us financially for making this happen. So. Uh, So we have a future plan to make a portal where we'll be having a lot of the list of entire restaurants, tourist places organized, which will not only help businessmen to keep a hold on their business, but also tourists to make the things little bit highlighted to make it sure. Also, we'll be having a lot of content to be created, like the chapters, the cultures of Karwar to be on feed soon to make it visible to everyone. So challenges we face on this journey. There were a lot of challenges we faced because we were not so serious, but eventually we got a lot of challenges in between, like the political challenge, political pressures, not getting volunteers, no proper equipments, competitors with us, negative publicity. Like people were trying to defame us in possible way, but we could have managed. We did manage it. Also, the personal attacks, the recent language dispute, what's happening right now behind this. So, conclusion, what I say is, if you want to be different from some normal human being, you need to step out from your comfort zone, and where there will be opportunities and threats. So, it's 6 years we started Namakarwar, lots of ups and downs, and I learned a lot of things. You will learn to experience it more. Um, so we had started it from scratch, and now we have around 26K aggregate audience, and so thank you for having me, and so much love from Karwar people. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Saru. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for these young team. They are all students. They are students and they are doing their bit for the Karwar. Our next speaker, what I should tell about them? Nothing is more inspiring and motivating than seeing a Unitarian flying high in the sky and achieving great success. Our next speaker is the daughter of one of our most loved headmaster, Mr. Muhammad Khalilullah, a leading businesswoman, proprietor of SR Enterprises, and a proud Unitarian, Mrs. Shabana Sheikh.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Respected Etiwa Shah Khan Sahab, members of Toyd Education Society, parents, teachers and students, a very good morning to you all. Let me introduce to you, I am Shabana Sheikh from Karwar, currently residing in Sunkeri. I am not that famous or great woman, but my greatness and my fame defines that I am the proud alumnus of this prestigious institution, Unity High School. It's an honor and immense pleasure for standing before you after so many years. It's really, I feel nostalgic. First of all, I would like to thank each and everyone for having me here, especially Arif Rizwan, who have given me the opportunity to speak a few words. I am here to discuss about my school life, like how school life is for me. Now, certainly, school life is considered as the best time of your life. Every student must try to make best use of this school life. Once it's over, we'll never come back again. My experience in this school is a great learning experience. A warm welcome I got on the first day, which was that I cannot forget forever. Also, my experience was a little unique compared to others. Can anyone guess why? Yes, it's because I was because the principal of this school was none other than my father, Muhammad Khalilullah, and I was just imagine seeing him as the principal of this school is really a great and best unique experience as a child. I remember how naive and nervous I was when I first started schooling here. But all thanks to my dear teachers who brought confidence in me, inspired me, so that I learned many good things that I never forget. Now, regarding teachers, they play a very important role in the life of students in shaping their future right from the kindergarten to the universities. They are the one who impact knowledge, guide them. Success without their support, their guidance is impossible. So I was guided by my class teachers in 8th, 9th and 10th by late Karim sir, may his soul rest in peace, Sajid sir, then Mullah Apajan. All these teachers and even my all the other subject teachers, they guided me. They even encouraged me a lot. They are very genuine to me. This school had precious gems in the form of teachers. They are the beautiful gift of God because God is the creator of the world and the teachers are the creator of the nation. I am very grateful to my parents who, for choosing me in this school, and thanks to my teachers who helped me throughout and also taught me the moral responsibilities. Now coming to today's generation, children are not only smart, they are over smart now. They score good percentage of marks and a few of them are weak and some they even fail. Now what I'm saying is, don't feel shy, don't feel bad. Every student should have the positive behavior. Only the thing is that we have to motivate them. Now let me give you some quotes. Firstly, push yourself forward. No one else is going to do it. Do it yourself. The harder you work, the better you gain. Success is not the final. Failure is not the fatal. It is the courage to continue counts. You define your own life. Don't let others people to write your script. Always believe that something wonderful is about to happen. Last but not the least, everyone should have the dream of your own. When you have a dream, just grab it and never let it go. Dreams don't work unless you do with a strong dedication. I conclude here with my personal feeling. Every child comes to school on the first day crying because they don't know anyone in the school. And at the last, even they cry because they don't want to leave the school. This is the personal, just because we love our school. So it's really a unique experience. Thank you everyone. Jazakallah khair.
Thank you, Mrs. Shabana Sheikh. Community Talks is also about inspiring a positive change and empowering the young talent to be able to take the first step in the direction of personal upliftment. Our next guest speaker, professional advocate of public health who has effectively utilized their skills and talent to assist the state and union government to significantly impact and advance public health, playing an important role in bringing public awareness to media arrangements and implement gutta ban, e-cigarette ban, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting before you, Mr. Amit Karnik from Bangalore.
Hello, everybody. It has been a wonderful journey so far. All the speakers who have spoken before me have really done marvelous work and inspiring us. That leaves me with a lot more responsibility. As I'm the last speaker, apparently I've been told I'm standing between the lunch. Uh, so I understand that where I come from. And not to bore you much, I have a presentation also to assist me with my talk. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Alex, that you introduced me beautifully. That is about what I am. I am a public health professional who has been working with various issues of health. I'm also an entrepreneur, but I'm a work in progress in that domain. I'm yet to achieve a lot more in that. So I'll focus my speech on the social activism or the social change, what I am working and what I am interested, which is closer to my heart. I focus mainly on non-communicable diseases, which is predominantly NCDs. It's called NCDs. It is the lifestyle disease, and apparently it is growing. Two-thirds of people who die are because of NCDs these days. So what are it's just for us to understand what are NCDs and why what are the reasons for it. Major NCDs are cardiovascular diseases, cancers. We have heart, lung, these kind of diseases. We have diabetes, which is we all know that in the last couple of decades it's growing exponentially. That there are a lot more patients who are coming to the hospitals at a very young age. So why are these? One is the tobacco use, obviously. There is tobacco consumption has increased and from the schooling time, which is predominantly what I started working with. Physical inactivity, obvious. We have engineers who sit. Like how you mentioned, it was only civil engineers, it was mechanical engineers, but now you have computer engineers who sit all day earning money, but very difficult. There's less physical activity. Harmful use of alcohol, which is again a major challenge, and unhealthy diet. Thanks to all the eateries, which Deep Karwar is promoting, Nama Karwar is promoting, that everybody goes and eats all the delicious foods and which adds to a healthy diet. So I want to specifically talk about my journey, especially in tobacco control. Tobacco control, when I started working, people laughed at me. They said, do you think that a smoker would listen to you? People quit. Of course, that is a challenging thing. People who are already addicted to tobacco, they never quit. It is very challenging because it is a disease. People think that okay, if you have a willpower, you can just. It is not that easy because they are addicted to nicotine, which is a very powerful thing. Tobacco apparently has got about 6,000 chemicals, about which 60 are carcinogen, cancer-causing, very deadly poisons, which people actually either smoke, chew. We have in all forms of tobacco. Everybody are aware of it. In India, about 10 lakh people die every day because of tobacco-related these infected diseases. It might be heart, lung. So people, cancer is one of the major, disease which. So if you see all the if you see all the diseases put together, tobacco is one of the leading diseases. That is why I decided that that should be my main focus area where we start working. So if you see COVID-19 death, this is yesterday So this is the yesterday's. One second. So this is the number of deaths in India we have seen because of COVID-19. That is about 5,30,000. So, which apparently this is from March 2020. So what it means is in India about 10 lakh people died because of tobacco-related diseases. That means it is about, this is very less when compared to the deaths which we see because of tobacco. So you have to understand the seriousness that which this actually is causing. These are the I'll also go back soon. These are the actual patients. These are the patients treated by one of my friend who is a head surgeon. So they are all patients, most of them whom I have also met and interacted. You can see that patients of various age groups are there. So various cancers and from various socio-economic backgrounds. Tobacco doesn't, it is not partial. It doesn't differentiate between which religion you belong or which caste you belong. It affects everybody equally. So that is one thing. So these are the various patients, which have been treated. More than health consequences, there is an economic burden also. The patient normally, we all know that when we go to the treatment to get a treatment done, we might be, very popular joke Kadir used to tell, our health minister used to say that if a person comes to cancer to get treated, he might be above poverty line, but after the treatment, he'll definitely end up being the BPL category. So he'll always be pushed down. So that is so true that our expenses are so high, and we are not able to bear the expenses. So these are various forms of cancers which we have seen. So you can see that the patient is that is called laryngectomy. The patient removal of voice box. So patient breathes through the hole in the neck. So they remove the voice box. He can't predominantly speak using the voice box. So there are different devices now. Apparently, we have developed one device for patients to speak. So voice prosthesis where he can speak. So technically, he has to breathe through that. He can't. There are patients who are so addicted that they smoke even through that hole in their tongue. That's so addictive. As I was mentioning, addiction, nicotine in tobacco is not. It is not easy to give up. It's really not easy to give up. Once the person starts into that, majority it is at a very young age. It becomes a habit, and people normally tell if you have willpower you can quit. That is, we call it as a cold turkey. But again, that is a challenge. It is, everybody can't do it. Towards quit line, the numbers are very low, very low. So I always advise the young students whenever we are doing, they should be smart and don't start. So currently in Bangalore, we have started a campaign called Be Smart, Don't Start. BBMP, under the BBMP, we are reaching out to all the government schools about this program. It is always to be smart and not start. So this is another very important aspect of smoking. When a person smokes, people around them also smoke along with them. So if we are a smoker, we leave the smoke outside, and the person next to us, it might be our wife, kid, or anybody, a friend, we are putting them at the harm's way. That is also very very dangerous. So that is called passive smoking or any other forms. So we say that if one person smokes cigarette, it is suicidal, but other side it is a homicidal. So which is so I have till now I have just glorified the problem. We have understood that smoking, tobacco is injurious to health. But what about the solution? At the end of the day, that is what everybody should look for. Problems are there. Madam pointed out she had a lot of problems, and she had support. She had family support. She had a willpower to succeed. So what is that we have? When I started working, luckily there was a law called Kajubag, Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Act. I think the school administration here will definitely know about it. Predominantly, there are about 4 sections, 4, 5, 6, 7, which we talk. It's a very large law. But this is the four sections which we. Section 4 clearly tells that people can't smoke in a public area. Very clear. You can't smoke in a public area because you're putting others at a harm's way. Right? What about section 5? It is about advertisement. Section 6 and 6A and 6B are about children. A sale of tobacco to a minor or from a minor is not allowed. And the section B says prohibition of sale of any tobacco products in 100 yards. This is a very, very, very important law which everybody has to, take this into accordance. This ensures that the tobacco products are not easily available to a minor. 18 years and below. Now we are trying to work to see that if the age can be increased to 21 years, like that of alcohol. Alcohol you can't serve to children below 21 years. So something we are right now for tobacco it is 18 years. We are trying to see if that can also be made 21. But this law, section 6A and 6B are very important to ensure that tobacco doesn't reach the hands of the children. So that is very important. Section 7 speaks about the mandatory signages, pictorial warnings. This is the list of people who can enforce that. I'll not go into it. So the 7th point says, I don't know if you can read it. A school, basically a school teacher or a headmaster or a principal is responsible to ensure that the GOTPA is enforced in their premises. So the school authorities are responsible to ensure that nobody smokes, no teacher smokes. Before I had seen when I was a kid that teacher used to give money to the student, ja rahe pan leke aa, ja rahe cigarette leke aa. That can't be done. That is illegal. You are not supposed to send a minor, and a tobacco vendor can't give any tobacco products to the minor. That is very important. That is one thing. But when we started working, I understand that if I tell a teacher that you have to go and enforce tobacco, they might not be comfortable because the local vendor would be selling the tobacco product. He will be quite influential. So then we said the only way we can do is police should start fining. Police should start enforcing the law. According to the Kajubag, there is police also there. Then people started laughing at us again. You think that police would, instead of catching the rapist, the murderers, they will start catching tobacco people. Is it possible? Then we said, according to the law, it is. I think we'll try it. So that is when we started working. As I said, Kadir sir was the health minister. Then he was very supportive. He said, "Okay, I will ensure that I will give whatever necessary support you need." That is Raghavendra Aradkar, who was commissioner of Bangalore at that time. We said that we have to enforce. So first is monthly crime review. GOTPA became mandated in monthly crime review. After that, they started doing enforcement drives. Kadir sir said, "I will come down to the police instead of he coming to us, then do enforcement." We did enforcement drives across the state of Karnataka. Even in Karwar, we have gone to all police stations supporting them. There were quite challenges in that. There was no receipt books. There was training has to be done. People needed to understand a lot of things. So this is another topic which is very important. Children normally are fascinated by packaging. Everybody understands packaging. Marketing people know how to market the product. You can see it is so beautifully designed, everything very attractive. So there is though somewhere in the small words, tobacco causes cancer, tobacco is injurious, it was written, it was not evident. So we said that we should have enough pictorial warnings on the cigarette packs. So we asked the government to do it. So right now, I'm sure most of them might not be aware. This is the current pictorial warnings on the cigarette packs. So when you buy a cigarette pack, this is what you see. 85% of the tobacco product on both the sides will have this pictorial warning. So people again ask me, usually the people who smoke would see this and not quit. It is not about for them. It is about for the children. When children see such things, they will not touch that product. This is very important. There were long litigation battles which we had to fight to ensure that. We will. This is another act which is very important, Juvenile Justice Act, JJ Act, under which tobacco products. If somebody is selling tobacco products to the minor, can be booked for 7 years imprisonment under this. So this is a very important law which people are. We can, as an education institutions, we can look forward. If there's a vendor we are not able to tackle, we can definitely look forward for that. Now, tobacco in Karnataka is a very challenging domain which we started working. In Karnataka, we have tobacco industry, big tobacco industries. We also have hookah manufacturing. There is hookah manufacturing here. We have BD rolling, we have BD industries, we have tobacco farming. You name the challenge, we have it in Karnataka. And everyone, I have worked with tobacco farmers. They are, at the end of the day, they are our people who are actually growing. They didn't know that whether they should grow or not. You go and ask them, they say that our forefathers used to grow tobacco. We are continuing growing tobacco. So we can't overnight tell that you stop growing tobacco because they don't know what else to do. The people who are rolling BD, that's the only work they know. There are women who actually roll BD, and that is for the side income. They say that this I do it so that I get some money, pocket money for me, which will help me. So we have to find alternatives to before we start bringing out a certain change. And along with that, there are new things which come into market like e-cigarettes. Karnataka was the first state in our country to ban e-cigarettes. We are very proud of that. We banned e-cigarettes. Now hookah is another challenge. We are seeing how we can tackle hookah. Hookah parlors, at least in urban cities, have grown rapidly. It is low investment, high returns business. So that is there. So I am focusing my discussion on schools and because predominantly everybody are from education institutions and teachers. In school, we have to have a tobacco control committee, which is a mandate. There are a list of people who can be who should be part of the committee. I am sure that if at least if the committee is not in place in the institution, I hope and pray that it gets implemented as soon as possible. So there is a role of what an education institutions can do. One is obviously that you have to declare your education institution tobacco free. Ensure that nobody sells within your 100 yards. Any tobacco products is not sold, and other aspects of it. Which is very involved in counseling. If a student is found smoking or consuming tobacco, you can't suddenly defame him or blaspheme him. It is important that he needs a professional help. The professional guidance has to be given to the students. It is very important. There is different counselors who are professionally trained for this. I think we should refer to them. That would be the easiest and the best way to do it. Recently, we also launched a campaign called India versus Tobacco. The recent health minister launched this campaign. It is a national campaign what we launched. So this is my journey of tobacco control in a nutshell. If sir mentioned me that you have to speak, not take more than 10 minutes. So I'm cutting my speech. There are other NCDs also which are very important. I'll not go into detail of it. But it is before we go for food, it is the food for thought that we have. If there are issues which we take it very very lightly. For example, the next issue which which we work is road safety. We take it very lightly. Everybody has either one family friend or a relative or somebody who have either died or met with an accident. We know the grievances of it, but we just leave it thinking that it is fate. It was on fate. Array, bad luck. We met with an accident. It is not luck. You can go to YouTube channel and look at all the crash videos. You please do that, and you observe carefully. There will be a reason why that crash happened. It will either be a human error, or it will be the environmental issues, or it will be the instrument. It is predominantly a situation which could have been avoided. So when a thing can be avoided, it has to be avoided. You can't leave it at fate. There are risk factors what we talk about: wearing a helmet, wearing seat belt. Drink drive. You can't drink drive. So these are the things which are regularly often told. but we just ignore. I'm sure that everybody has come here in a two-wheeler. How many of us still wear seatbelts? Till we mandated, till the government tells that you'll be fined. I was in the parliamentary standing committee where we pushed for fines to be increased. We pushed for it. It has been written down. Now the challenge is, everybody said that police wants to make money. They have a lobby with the helmet industry. That is why they are pushing helmets. If you fall, it is your head which breaks, not the policeman's head. Nobody understands the simple concept. If you meet with a crash, it is your life which is at stake. Your family is waiting for you, not for the policeman. Nobody understands it. Our sad part of our country is we might have a good law, but unless and until we simply enforce it, nothing comes into action. We know that you can't drink drive, but how many people would follow it? We just follow on the days we know that policeman would be standing at the junction waiting with the challan. So that is very sad part of it. But we have been running these campaigns, awareness campaigns, where a lot of policymakers are there. This is one of the campaign we did for drink drive. So it was a very rational thinking. Normally, where do people drink and drive? It is from the pubs. So Bangalore is known for pubs. So we said, our minister, we said that we want to run a campaign where we want to ensure that people don't drink and drive. And where do you find such people? In a pub. So this is one of the famous pubs in Bangalore, in Church Street. So we asked the minister to come there. We had a victim, a road traffic victim who actually came. A session was made and a awareness program started. So I feel that these kind of campaigns are needed of the hour. Another recent campaigns what we have started is about eating good. A lot of heart diseases are happening because of excessive salt intake. In India, we are known to eat a lot of salt. In traditional marriages or anything, especially in Hindu culture, belief is the first thing they put is salt, which is not needed. So that is being traditional, that is being we are just following blindly and things like that. The reason, whatever might be, but eating excessive salt is one of the major disease contributors for cardiovascular diseases. So how do we reduce salt is one of the major challenges. So we thought that instead of going to a population level, first let us look at our own backyard, what we are doing. Government runs a beautiful program for midday meal. 48,000 schools in Karnataka have the scheme where they are provided with free midday meal. A very good concept. The idea was that the school dropout rates would come down, malnutrition might be checked. So now we are in a junction when we have to look at the nutritional aspect of the food, the quality of the food and things like that. So we are talking at that level that a healthy mind is very important. A healthy body is important for the overall development of the child. So we run this campaign where we are training the cooks and the students on various aspects of health and nutrition. So this is predominantly what I wanted to share. I'll be around if anybody is interested to discuss more. I would be glad to discuss. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Amit Tariq. No talk, no show is complete without listening to the views of the first student of unity, the first Unitarian, gentleman who lives, who breathes, who eats, and who sleeps unity. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for President Emeritus Janab Etibar Shah Khan Sahib.
Arif Rizwan is known for bringing surprises. In the last moment of not there, he is going to have me to talk to the audience for the last 1 minute show. Anyway, thank you. I tell you, today's program has been really splendid. Each speaker, each one of them sparks of brilliance. It is something commendable. And also, I should attribute the reason for this kind of perfect management arrangement. Again, the culprit behind it is Tariq Usman. No one else. Of course, he has a team. He has that ability to what you call harness the team of staff, workers, friends, colleagues, and get the results. Talking to this important function that I here, this is what program is, sorry, Unity Talks. Of course, he has taken this concept from TED Talks. In England, you might have seen in the programs, they have TED Talks. And it's similar. They invite prominent speakers who narrate their experiences, again within 10-15 minutes, and it's really wonderful. And this is the first time, this is, I suppose, I believe, our school is the first in the district, maybe in the state, to have this kind of program here. Unity Talks. It's nice, exchange of ideas. Students get encouraged, students get inspired, listeners get inspired. And today, let me tell you very frankly, that some of the speakers were here, I would not like to individually tell them, but they were what you call, this was the house of wisdom. This gathering was the house of wisdom. Listening to such experiences, which normally we would not come across in books, even in programs. And it is for all of us to see how we can, against all odds, against all difficulties, how we can rise up to the occasion and be what we like to be. The speakers of today have demonstrated that. And surely they're going to follow it. And I would not like to take much of your time, but let me just tell you a small, just to cheer you up. There was a teacher, very well-known teacher, speaker for a program like this, school students, and he asked among the boys, would you, in short, tell us what you'd like to be? He said, Satish, you have something to say, you can speak. He said, yes, I want to be a billionaire, multi-billionaire. I want to have 35 cars, one car for each day. I want to have a jet. I want to have this and that, all kind of things. And the teacher was just looking at him, he's not ending up. Then he said, even now among the girls, is there anyone who can just speak in 2 words? A girl stood up. She said, I want to be Satish's wife. Because if I marry him, he will slog, and I will get all the comforts. Cars, servants, all the luxuries, everything that he will work for, I will be enjoying. So that, anyway, thank you all for coming. It's a very interesting program. Tariq, I should thank you really. You have done wonders, and you keep continuing doing so. And all of you who have the hall is full. It's very nice to see all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Today we were with some amazing people, our guest speakers. Let me tell you something about them. One of our guest speakers is someone who said yes from the time the idea was pitched to her. She didn't even set any time to confirm. Thank you, Dr. Sajid, sir. We have Mr. CM Sound Sahab. What should I tell about him? He has a marriage in his family, and the functions will start from tomorrow. And he traveled from Goa to attend his function. Thank you so much. Our guest speaker. Our guest speaker, who is here, despite of the fact that one of his kids missed the GK test last week, had to miss, and the other kid has to perform at the annual day function on 16th. that is on Friday. Yet he chose to travel along with his family, along with his ailing mother, to grace this occasion. Thank you, Tariq. Our speaker, Shabana Sheikh. What should I tell about her? I think I should speak about her husband all the time. Every time I meet him, he says, Rizwan, anything for the school, I'm here. And this is what Shabana and Aslam Sheikh are. Our Namma team. I said, they are young students. Can you believe they have taken special permission to miss their internals? They had their internals today. They took special permissions to miss internal to grace this occasion. That is Unitox. And last but not the least, I met this gentleman in Bangalore 15 days before. Just 4 days before I pitched him the idea of Unity Talks. Believe me, he was traveling with his family to Kerala for a pilgrimage. He arrived late evening yesterday, traveled from Bangalore to Karwar for this occasion, that is Unity Talks. Thank you, Mr. I also would like to thank our Vice President, Janam Jafar Inamdar Sahab. With all the issues he has, he said, yes, I'm going to be there for this function, and he is here. Thank you, Jafar. I must thank my sister, Gulnad Rasul. I felt this today morning because yesterday night she was figuring out how she is going to arrange for the costumes of her daughter for the animal day, because she is arriving tomorrow. She will be reaching Bangalore tomorrow evening, and day after tomorrow is her animal day. I must say, we are proud Unitarians. This is what Unity has given to us. Thank you very much. I would like to conclude this function with a special performance by Unity Music Academy. And I take pride in saying that my niece, Alina Sheikh, will be performing for 2 minutes. Thank you very much for all of you who had a patient hearing, who understand the concept behind Unity Talks. All of you are here. All the guest speakers, if you understand, they are here for one sole reason, and that is to inspire. And Unity Talks is here to inspire. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for this wonderful platform, Unity Talks. We'll come back again next year with the 4th edition, with a lot more guest speakers, and I want all of you to be here. I'm handing over the stage to our Unity Music Academy.
Wicket.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for a wonderful audience. Please join us for lunch and bigger food. Thank you.